Right then, hello lads. Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing today? Oh, Santos has joined. Didn't even realise Santos had left. So 15 people, everyone's here. On time, on rhyme, my slime. Ready to go really soon. Right then, hello lads. Everyone piloting now. Hello Phil, hello Vaseline Cock. Sharing stream out to everyone I can, including my mother. My mum's not watching it yet. We might be able to get our first on-time start. Hello, Noffles. Hello. Hello. Hello, Chateau. Nearly ready to go. We just need Vaseline Cock and Santos to ready up. Is that Vaseline Cock just... No, it's... Digi. How's everyone's day going today? Things is good. Things is things. Things is things. Hello, Hello, Philo. T and R Philo, I'm guessing that is. We need Casey and DJJC. Just gonna call him DJ. Piopel. This is going to be an on-time start. This is scary. This has never happened in GTEL. Your game crashed. Oh, Vassal! Vaseline Cock. Hello, Marcus. There goes our on-time start. Someone's game died, but... I think we're guaranteed to have connection problems. I mean, yesterday the stream got cut short, the race got cut short, and it will have to be reran as my internet died halfway through, and that might explain also why two races in a row, Friday and Saturday, there was a game error where people had the glitch, but that might just have been Mr. Mount who also lagged out. Mr. Mount's connection here, to me, was not good. But anyway, Vassal, hurry up. Hurry a Dutch ass up. There goes the swear word of the week. Ass isn't really one though. Ass is a body part. Your gluteal muscles. I've not sworn all week. On stream, that is. All weekend long, I haven't sworn. It's amazing, I know. Let's wait for Vasilinkot to join, and we will be ready to go here. Let's actually have a look at practice. Really should have this all done, but I don't. Devil fastest of God. Div 2 was quick. Div 2 apparently is quicker so far. That's interesting. Div 2 just must love Maggiore. Ruben's apparently in 7th. I can't believe that. Down towards the line. Yeah, 153.0. Parking at exit. Hello SVV. Hello everyone. Now, Mom. Don't expose me like that. Everyone say happy birthday to my mother. Happy birthday to the one that gave birth to this screaming child that's me. Ninon. Near enough on time. 2 minutes late. For GTL standards, 2 minutes late is on time. If anyone backs out now, I will backhand you. Please work. If we have problems, so help me God. Let's go, boys. Anyway, round 4 of GTL Division 1 Championship from Maggiore. Few people on mediums, JD and Tim. JD, when JD starts on mediums, you know you're doing something right, because JD, the big mastermind in strategy, everyone leaving the pits nicely. Vasilinkot's got a nice green livery, everyone seemingly leaving so far so good. 2 SVVs and Dino Rod. Give each other a bit of space. There's the ART guy, you going out the Archman, and now just the SVVs who like to give each other a bit of space. Their internet's normally impeccable, and everyone is out flawlessly. Thank you. Up at the front, won't show us who's leading the charge back. You can skip to them right now when it will show. No, it is not. It is Kane O'Brien. With a celebratory liveries, that for 100 subscribers there, mate. It's always predictable. DJJ, or DJ, he's filling in for Online Kreuzer at Motorsport West, but Brian typically the first one out. Don't know why, he's always so excited to get out. So is it just JD? No, it's not JD. JD's on mediums, and who else was on mediums that we saw? OT's on mediums. That's Brian with a bit of penalty, and I think we saw Tim on mediums as well. Tim's on mediums with engine damage. So on Tim's outlap, picked himself up some damage. It's not the best of starts to the race for the Canadian. It's going to be a long run now. As they come up through his DJ, who's now got the lead in this train. Slipstream here. We saw Slipstream yesterday be so good with the UMF boys. They used that. They still couldn't take pole even with Slipstream, but it was a good strategy. There's a lot of long straights through here, but yeah, as well through the middle sector. Bit problematic. But anyway, round final turn, turn 17, 17 turns. DJ, he leads. JM Devil, he's trying to close up some ground to Ruben, and that's OTB into pits. Vasilinkot, he's confusing his car. Brian's gone round. So Brian's gone round at the final turn, and he's backing it up. They're trying to get a bit of, thinking we won't see that Brian. Gonna let everyone through. He's trying to get a bit of a, run. He wants some momentum going into the final turn. I don't think he's gonna have enough though. But put the front then. DJ's got some nice clean air, unlike Casey and Devil, who are... If we're going to go side by side into turn 5, no, I think Casey's bailed out of his up to let Devil through. Devil needs a good qualifying. Devil's, he needs some ground. He's lost all 3 races so far. He's the mental games are definitely on Ruben's side in the championship so far. Ruben's won all 3. And strategy-wise, Ruben is just outplaying Devil as Devil gets wide at turn 8 and onto the grass as he comes up through 9 and 10 up towards Big Banky Boy at 11. Again at turn 10, not quite having the steering, a bit of an unsteer through there, getting onto the grass. Should be easily flat, but when you've got an unsteery car like Supra, can cause some problems. That is a nice livery on the NDC car. Bit shaky at the rear there through turn 11. DJ though, he's going to be setting the benchmark lap times. That the number 13? I think it was. That's my number. No, it's 43. I'm going to say you might have to kick him. Anyway, DJ coming around turn 15 then. Motorsport West going to set the benchmark lap time. It's normally Brian, but Brian, as we saw, had a bit of antics and went for a spin. Round turn 17 then. Down towards the line. The benchmark lap time. What's going to be for DJ? Up towards the line, that's Devil into the pits, I don't know why. DJ at 1:54.2, that's a solid benchmark lap time, I must say, the Motorsport West guy. Up towards the line, it's a slow lap by Casey, 2 seconds off the pace. Up next, Dynarod, the other ART guy, he needs a good result this weekend as well after a poor outing in Fuji. 1:55, God knows what. Lee Duncan, 2:05. Mr. Osaka, 1:54.8. Puts him second. His qualifying's actually quite up to scratch. I must say, OTBC's on an out lap. Santos, he's coming around turn 17. Misses the apex a bit there, running a bit wide. Kate O'Brien's also behind. Going to get a bit nice tow from the Portuguese driver. It's a nice livery there by Santos. He goes. He sets a 1:55.2 and a 1:55.8 for Brian. So solid lap times for both of them. Mr. Osaka, so far, as Ento, he makes it a German 1-2-3 with a 1:54.6. Where's Ruben? He's coming around the final turn. What's he going to say? Is he going to ruin DJ's run? Into the pits goes Ruben then. Don't know what that's about. So DJ backed out and went straight to pit. So he's going to have a full tank of fuel. So his strategy then wasn't go round, he wants to get as many laps in as possible. Fair enough, that's a nice strategy, but everyone else, when fuel burns out, we're going to have a lighter car. They may have a bit more tyre wear, but the lighter car is definitely going to have much more of an impact, especially with the elevation change at a track like Maggiore. But so far, I was going to say, just before Ento crossed the line, it was a 1-2 for Motorsport West, who are currently bottom of the team's championship, I believe. Mr. Osaka's qualifying has been impeccable, but just on race pace, he seems to fall back a bit. But DJ filling in for for Online Kreuzer. Good outing for him, I must say, so far on his debut. Santos, he's coming up through turn 12. Who else is close to finishing their lap? Mr. Osaka, he's going to follow them down through turn 17. There's a few cars there. Donald goes second at 1:54.6. That's a good lap time by the Irishman. And Mr. Osaka into the pits. I think that was JM Devil. He's coming up to start his lap as he went into the pits. Casey, he's also into the pits, man. Putting the softs on. Wrestling Court calling Lee Duncan an idiot. That's not nice, but it may be true. I don't know what happened. OTBC 1:55.7 puts him 6th. Can-Am slow start to the season. Bruin outing in Suzuka though for Tim and OTBC. There was a podium in the end for Tim, I believe, so they're going to be happy with that result. So then, with just over 3 minutes to go, DJ, he currently leads qualifying then with Ruben yet to set a lap. Dynarod, he's in second, Ento in third. Mr. Osaka's been knocked down to 4th. Dynarod would severely like a podium after he's had a bit of a poor run. Tim, he goes 5th with a 1:54.9. Vaseline Cox yet to set a lap in his Audi R8. He's not really had a good start to the season at all. He's not had the best of runs in the N2C car. Ruben burning as much fuel as he can, so this is what his strategy is. He's just revving it as high as he can. This is a good idea by Ruben, I must say. He's going to have the lightest car possible, so Ruben just revving it, maxing, trying to burn as much fuel as possible, but saving the tyres as well. So this is a good strategy by Ruben. This is why Ruben leads the championship. He's a good driver, he's a smart driver, he's quick, and he knows how to get the job done. As he comes through turn 17 then to start his potentially only flying laps. He comes up towards the line, he may just get 2 in. up towards the line, then we ride on board them down towards turn 1. A bit of a short blast up towards turn 1, not the best overtaking spots here, but it is still a potential one, braking around about 70 metres. Donald, he goes provisional pole of 154.1. Ruben, very shaky on exit from turn 1 through turn 2, nicely though, corrects the oversteer. There's the little crest, you could hear the bump. Devil, that's a slow lap, he goes 10th. So the championship rival goes 10th. JD, he sets 154.8, that's going to bump him up into the top 5. Down towards turn 5 then, it's a solid lap so far by Ruben. The first sector, oversteer, he's been battling it, but so far 4/10 up no matter. Slinging it into turn 5, I must say, that's brilliant there by the SVV driver. Up towards turn 6, 7, 8, this is a crucial section here. This can make or break a lap time, especially if you can cut the corners and get a penalty. It can really ruin a lap. Gets onto the curb nice though, doesn't spin it, gets on the curb a bit shaky. DJ back to provisional pole with a 154.0 flat. We're getting close to the 153s and Ruben might be setting one now as we come up towards turn 11. Braking just out the 50-metre board. Bit of threats going on here, I must say already. Brilliant through turn 11 though by Ruben, maximising the track as possible. Through turn 12 and 13, you're going to keep it planted, keeping it flat, maximising the track width in his Mitsubishi. He's only 800ths up though. DJ, he's into the pits, that'll be his qualifying done. Nice through 14, through 15 as well. Not getting onto the Astro bit, which can really spin your car and make you lose your lap time, can really ruin your lap. Through turn 17, downhill braking, the final turn. Very shaky there on Ruben's wheel, but so far it's been a good lap. Down towards the line then. What's it going to be? Is it pole? It looks it. It is provisional pole by half a second. Ruben, he'll also have one more lap to go, a 153.4. DJ's into the pits. Dano's just started his final lap and Dano's bailed. That's Dano's qualifying done. DJ, his qualifying's done. Ento, Devil, he goes second with a 154.0. I knew that 157 wasn't good. Dano's gone on to the mediums. JD Shadime goes 6th with a 154.8. Hello, Huber. 34. Mr. Osaka, he goes 5th. He knocks JD down. And Ento as well with a 154.4. So it's been a good qualifying session, I must say. Devil pipped DJ to the front row of the grid by 6 milliseconds. We're already one viewer away from our viewership record of 55. And this is only qualifying. Brian, he's outside the top 10. He goes 10th. Tim, he improves into 8th. Brian, a 155.2. Who's further down the grid? Lee Duncan, he's had a terrible quali. He's 6 seconds, nearly 7 seconds off the pace. That's really not good by the Brit. Casey, another person who's had a slow start to season. Nearly 3 seconds off. OTBC and Vaseline Coxwell. Ento goes second with a 153.8. Didn't even realise he was on a lap. So, SVV lock out the front row of the grid. It's been a few rounds. It's been a bit delayed, but looking like it was a good qualifying Pro Sport Western Dyno Rod. But SVV at the last laps had to ruin it. So, Ruben on pole then. Ento second. Devil in third. He's going to have to try and make his way up. His teammate Vaseline Cox down in 11th. So, NDC really alone in this one here, it seems. Ruben, he improves over 153.2 just to rub it in. So, Ruben on pole, followed by Ento. Devil and DJ make an all-German second of the grid. Dynarod and Mr. Osaka are solid qualifying for them with the laps that have been put in. Mr. Osaka's 1.2 seconds off pole, which isn't actually bad to say Ruben's on pole. It's been a good qualifying session, I must say. SVV, lock out the front row. It's the first time it's been an SVV lockout. It's only been Ruben and Devil, but for once, both SVV drivers are on the front row of the grid. 2 seconds after qualifying, there goes the timer. Who's ready to race? Confirmation of the qualifying results then. Ruben and Ento lock out the front row of the grid. I think that's the first team lockout. Actually, no, we've had... No, we've had... yeah. We've had a Can-Am in Div 2. Anyway, Ruben and Ento, front row of the grid, Ruben on pole. Devil and DJ make an all-German row 2. Dynarod and Osaka row 3. JD and Tim row 4. Let's ride on board then with Dynarod at the start. Can't really see the lights here. God damn you, Dino. Run ball with Dino at start then. P5 the Irishman. Away we go then. We are racing at Maggiore. It's a good start there, but Dino's going to be challenging in towards third as we go down towards the line. It's a good start by Ento as well. Ruben did a bit of a botch. That's DJ grinding the rule. Devil tries to go through the inside at turn 1. Down towards turn 2. Mr. Osaka's got himself into 5th. That's DJ trying to close back up the order. Santos is down in 7th. Tim's had a solid start. JD's fallen out into 9th. And there's now a bit of a gap. Casey's trying to battle Came up. Brian as he gets his way into the top 10. It's a brilliant start by Ento. Devil in 3rd. Ruben 3rd. Sorry, Devil 3rd. Mr. Osaka's got himself into 4th. Down in whole position. Santos, he's got himself up 6th, and it's a poor start there by DJ. He's gone down to 7th, but Santos has a flying start outside the top 8, gets himself into 6th. As we come through turn 5 for the first time, it's chaotic first lap. Donald is trying to avoid Santos as DJ is also looking for a move onto the Irishman. 2 wide as they come through turn 6 with DJ behind. As they come up through turn 8, then up towards turn 9, Ento leads from Ruben. Devil in 3rd, further back, Mr. Osaka in the battle for 5th. Santos has got himself through. Dynarod and DJ as we run up towards turn 11. Tim's also in the train and JD further back down towards turn 11 then. Is anyone going to be close enough to Corvettes? Not been that good in striving speed. There's a bit of a knock there by the Motorsport West driver DJ. As Tim will then go through on DJ. As they come up towards turn 12, further back, JD, he might want to get himself into this battle, and then Casey needs to score himself points, who's still not scored points yet. He's battling Brian down for 10th as we approach the end of lap 1 through turn 15, then 2 turns to go for Ento. And the top 3 already bridging a 1.5 second gap with the battle for 4th, well, battle for 5th. Mr. Osaka's got himself in a bit of no man's land, which we saw at Suzuka. End of lap 1 then. They come through turn 17. Ento leads, and first time he's led a race. Ento leads from Ruben and Devil. Mr. Osaka in 4th, 2 seconds off the podium. Down towards turn 1, Santos, Dynarod, DJ, Tim is the rest of the points. DJ and Tim battling for their positions. Tim has the inside line coming through turn 2. He will hold 7th place quite nicely. JD further back trying to make a move on to DJ. So JD on DJ. That's a mouthful to say. And Brian's gone back through on Casey into 10th as they come through turn 4. JD on the inside. It's going to be a bit of a drag race. DBR9 versus the Mazda. It's a good exit as well by Came O'Brien. Let's ride on board with Brian then as we come down towards turn 5. He's side by side with JD. Almost said DJ. Brian's got himself into 9th as he tries to chase down the points, and it's a nice little slipstream train. Got top 3 up front, which are going to be conservative and passive, but the scoreboard for positions when Santos is also bridging a bit of a gap. Dano's up, falling down to 6th. Tim, he's on the threat from DJs. Their little squabble continues for the minor points paying positions as they run up towards the next promo, taking spot through 9 and 10 up towards turn 11. The Bank Boy, a good overtaking spot. Right on board with DJ then as we come down towards turn 11. DJ got a very good run, also got a half-second penalty. Down towards turn 11, sends it a bit on Tim. Going to be careful he doesn't hit Dynarod like he did last time. Serves a bit of the penalty, but cleanly through on Tim. The Can-Am Nissan driver didn't really have a response then as they come up through turn 12. A nice next to what we saw near enough at Fuji. And is Ento now RSCV thinking about the championship? Did Ruben let Ento through, or is Ruben just going to sit behind Ento? Devil seems to be falling a bit off the back here, and Devil's going to have to think about fuel saving as well, because Ruben obviously is going to do, that's what Ruben does. So you don't have to be worrying about that, because Ruben's very good at fuel saving, very good at managing fuel, very good at managing tires. It's what wins Ruben a lot of his races. But the score for the minor points paying position as Dino needs some points. He's not scored points in the past 2 rounds, I believe. It's been a slow one as they come through turn 2. But so far he's in 6th. This will get him 4 points. Ruben has the fastest lap with 154.6. As everyone else passes through. Came on Brian trying to get through on Tim as they come through turn 3. Tim's going to the inside line through turn 4. Though Brian's going to try and send it the long way round. This is where he made the move on JD. He had a very good run. Very wide there for the B&R driver, the B&R founder. And JD's not going to try and get himself into the battle here. But Brian safely heading into the points now with his half-second penalty. Though Tim's going to try and switch into the inside line as they come down towards turn 5. Not close enough though. That Porsche very good on the brakes, and now Tim's under pressure from JD as these lot squabble for the minor points paying positions. Tim tries to find a gap through turn 6, but thinks better of it and brakes a bit later. Vaseline Cox got himself into 11th. KC Leo TBC's found himself with engine damage 9 seconds off the back. Down towards turn 11 then, met Ruben very close to Entov. Not really going to risk anything, doesn't want to cause any problems for his team. So let's go through who's on what tyres. Softs for Entov, softs for Ruben, softs for Devil, softs for Mr. Osaka, softs for Santos, softs for DJ as DJ tries to battle Dino as they come up towards turn 12. Dino's going to have that move safely done. Mediums for Dino, softs for Brian, mediums for Tim, mediums for JD, softs for Vaseline Cock, mediums for Casey's got a bit of damage, softs for Lee, and mediums for OTBC. So both Can-Ams, both ARTs, and JD on mediums. Maybe he's up a strategy. JD's very good with strategy. JD goes thoroughly into his strategy. As Ruben now takes the race lead, as Devil's putting Ento under pressure here. Down towards turn 1, he's going to have the outside line, he's going to try and go the long way. Deep into the turn, he's going to get onto the grass a bit there, but he's going to have the inside line for turn 2, he's going to have that move safely done. Brilliant move there by the German. Let's get a bit of a replay then as he come down towards turn 1. Forced to the outside line, knows it's late onto the brakes, takes a deep line, but this covers the inside line through turn 2. So that's smart thinking there by the German, and now he's got to worry about Ento as they come up towards turn 5. Ento pulls out late, not going to be close enough. Actually, he's going to try and force the gap there, the Mercedes driver. Can't quite do it though, but now Ento might be thinking about holding Devil up a bit here, trying to get a bit of race with him, get his elbows out, and if he can do that, this will allow Ruben to bridge gappers, which we're already seeing. He's already got a 1.6 second gap. The elbows are firmly out, and the elbows are firmly doing a job here. Mr. Osaka, he's being caught up by the Portuguese driver. Santos, where did Santos start? He started well down the order as Mr. Osaka sets his fastest third sector. Sorry, second sector that is. There's 4 sectors here. Through turn 11 we go then. Mr. Osaka, he bridged an early gap. He had a solid start with all the chaos going behind, but now Santos, he's pulling away from this backpack from 6th all the way. Well, Dynarod and DJ now bridging a bit of a gap as well, and then it's a bit of a train between 8th, 9th and 10th, and then 11th and backwards a bit thinned out. So 10 minutes or 7.5 minutes into this race, then everything's starting to thin out a bit here. So we're 8th into this race if you want to do the math. Ruben leads from JM Devil, Ento in third, chasing his best result yet and his first podium in GTEL. Mr. Osaka in 4th and Santos in 5th as Santos closes up to the back. DJ on his GTEL debut subbing in for Online Kreuzer. He's engaging in a nice battle with Dynarod. Both of those guys and teams need solid points. ART and Motorsport West lacking in the points department, very much needed, and so far, even if it's just for 2 and 4 points they're battling for, it'll be solid for both of them, as they're also not far off Santos, who's also not far off Mr. Osaka. So not all is lost here for these Light Marine It's early days. Kane O'Brien as well, he started in 10th as he drifts into turn 5, very deep, lucky not to go into the barrier as well to slow the car down, which is going to allow Tim to come up and try and take that final point off him. Ruben, he has the 2 points for pole position, and so far has got the extra bonus point for fastest lap. But fastest lap can change and race winner can change, but so far Ruben with a 2.6 second lead on track for the full 18 points, the full Grand Slam. Further down the order, DJ and Santos. DJ has a big tank slapper, and what happened there? We're going to have a look at that. DJ tucked into the back of Santos, so DJ's the one making the move as they come down towards turn 11. DJ pulls out to the right hand side. They come through turn 11. Bit deep there by DJ. He then goes, on goes, he catches the curb, and Santos tries to run him a bit wide there and catches him. Ooh. We're going to have a look at that again. I'm unsure about that one, I must say. So let's ride on board with Santos's perspective. I can't really see who's at fault here. Is it anyone's fault? Because there goes DJ, goes quite deep into the turn, cuts the corner a bit there, Santos, but he doesn't leave him much space. It's going to be an interesting one, which probably will be investigated at the end of the races. We now come through turn 3 up towards turn 4. Santos in 5th. Dino's now got himself up at 6. DJ, did he actually catch some damage? No, he's alright. But maybe a bit of bad blood there between Santos and DJ as they battle for the battle for 5th. DJ looks for the move on to Dino, pulls out Slipstream early in towards turn 5. Side by side they go. DJ respecting Dino, giving him some space, but Dino's going to have the wide line, get the power on early, but DJ's going to have that moved on. It's a nice move there by the German, as he now tries to catch up to Santos and retake that position. Honestly, it looks a bit like a racing incident with the way Young ghosted. I mean, we know the ghosting in Gran Turismo is a bit here and there, but it's a tricky one. DJ, second time round, he's now got himself a second penalty. He pulls out early though, he knows that DBR9, he's got the top speed, his setup's good. Just missing 170. Santos turns into DJ there. That's a bit... Did Santos know he was there? Let's get a replay of that. Because now Santos on the prep from Dino, but on board with Santos again, down towards turn 11 twice in a row. There's a bit of an incident. Let's see, you can see that he's there and he just turns in, and it's not like he went straight on. I mean, DJ, if we look from DJ's perspective, DJ, he did turn in at the right time, it seems. He did try to make the turn. It's not like he went straight on. You can see, oh, he did a bit, but that might just be the line that the car takes, and it's a bit here and there. But down towards turn 1 then, for the 7th time this race, Santos and Dino's not really close enough, as we're 12 minutes into this race. So far, it's been a good race, I must say. Ruben, he's now comfortable with a 5-second lead as Devil and Ento are going out. And now Ento's actually burnt his fuel up quite nicely, but Devil could just... Does Devil let Ento through? Because Ento's now able to fuel save as he's behind as Ento can fuel save as he's behind Devil. And it seems almost naive that Devil always seems to do this. Oh, I'm faster than him, let me go, and he never pulls away as they just sit in the slipstream and they're able to fuel save. But Ruben's not got anyone to do that with, but Ento now has, so Ento can maybe get the jump on Devil. So it's not necessarily a battle for the win, but being naive like that, and not really paying attention to your fuel, can allow problems to sort of arise in the pit stops. I mean, so far Devil's got more fuel than Ento. Devil's got the most out of the top 3, but it's not really going to be enough to catch Ruben, who's 5.4 up in the lead. So Devil might have to start changing his game plan up, and especially if he does end up getting into a battle with Ruben, not letting Ruben pull ahead. But early days, I don't know what the strategy is, but so far, the 3 rounds we've had so far, it seems like Devil's like, oh, I'll lead Ruben, and Ruben's like, okay, I'll sit behind you and I'll fuel save. But Mr. Osaka and DJ's actually got himself up to 4th somehow. Didn't even notice that. I mean, once... Yeah, nothing on the replay, so I think DJ got caught up in an early incident. He then made his way back up the order, it seems. Yeah, DJ made his way back up the order, and I think that's Osaka. I'm going because he was the faster guy, and he's now pulling ahead. So Dino and Santos now actually in 2-6 as he goes through at turn 2. Turn 4 then, Dino very close to the back. Both of these guys got a penalty, but Santos has a 4/10 one and Dino only with a 3/10. It's only 1/10 difference, but it's still less of a penalty. The Corvette not very good in a straight line this race. I mean, maybe the setup has been set up differently, but the car just not lacking in a straight line, or is not doing well in a straight line. It's lacking in a straight line, and Brian's also fallen down from 8th to 10th. Further down the order, Lee Duncan, after him and Vaslinkoff have been exchanging words in qualifying. He's into 12th and OTBC, catching engine problems early as he's the first to actually use both sets of tyres. He started on the mediums after he also had to pit for his engine damage. OTBC the first to actually use both sets of tyres. Back up to the front row, Ruben. He goes just under a half a tank of fuel, just a halfway mark, so a potential one stop again for these boys. Devil and Ento as well. Devil's fuel looking like it, Ento not, and DJ definitely not. So everyone outside the top 3, or outside the top 2, definitely one stopping. Here's someone else who we might want to look into though, Mr. JD Shadime. He's also someone very good on his fuel, who can cause some problems in the pit lane. And never count him out for causing problems in the pit lane either. He's a very smart driver. When it comes to fuel saving, he's absolutely on it. He can definitely pull a nice strategy, definitely knows what to do, he definitely can win races. He hasn't got that win yet, and I don't think he will get the win. But positions are very much up for grabs as he goes down the inside of Tim. What happened there? It was a bit slow by him. But I think JD may have been a bit ambitious and let Tim go through. CJD's also a gentleman. Further up the order, Dino tucked right to the back of Santos and struggling in a straight line is that Corvette, especially compared to Supra. But Dino's going to try and find the inside line. Doesn't quite have the straight line speed though to pull away from it. And he will just have to sit back and try again up at turn 11. So then, it's side by side as they come up through turn 10. Dana just not got the momentum around the outside, but here we go. He's going to try and go for the move up towards turn 11. He pulls out. He's going to have the inside line, but he's going to have to do a bit of a send. Last time some of this was a bit of a coming together. Santos holds it nicely. Dana gets slowed down as well. And Dana has that move safely done. So it's brilliant there by the Irishman. So he moves into 6th, but I'm sure Santos will have something to say. He'll have another go at him down towards turn 1. Approaching the pit window. The pit window opening within the 33-minute mark, and that's when the expected 2 stoppers to come in. Santos very wide at turn 17 as everyone continues. So expect once the first person pits, a nice domino effect to happen as everyone else will then follow through into the pits. That's something that typically we seem to happen, especially in the midfield here. Up at the front, they will go for undercuts and stuff, and they will run different strategies. But track position is definitely important, and the undercuts, well, they can give someone that, and you really don't want to let that happen. So that's normally why we see stuff like that happen, where everyone follows through. Expect DJ to start that train as well, and DJ's also got the lowest fuel. It is normally whoever's at the front always got the lowest amount of fuel. Further back they will continue, and DJ may be in this lap as it looks like he's very close to red lighting it some way along this lap, which would be fair enough. To speak of the devil, there goes the red light then. So DJ in this lap, unless he's going to try and go a bit longer, which I don't really see the point in. But I think he'll be just okay in terms of coming out at the 20-minute marks. If you go a bit early, he's going to have to do a bit of fuel saving. It's like with the one stop going just before the 30-minute mark. You have to do a bit of fuel saving, especially if you burn out your tank, which can stop progress a bit. But DJ's debut doesn't quite understand the league yet, so fair enough to him. Mr. Asaka as well, let's see what Motorsport West do. But the train normally follows because one person ahead will do it. You don't want to lose time, but It's also beneficial because if you've been saving a bit more fuel, you'll then gain time on them as you have to take in less fuel. As yes, DJ into pits then. Watch this train happen. Mr. Osaka into the pits. Dynarod, is he going to go? Dynarod continues. Tim, he's eyeing up the pit lane. In goes Tim then as he's on the medium. So it worked for him last time out. Suzuka getting the mediums off early. So he got the mediums off early, went to 2 stints of softs and gained a lot of time. But anyway, pit lane battle then. Tim is in, Mr. Osaka's in, DJ is in. Expect DJ to be the first one out. Tim's got the most fuel out of all of them though, so he might be able to gain a bit of time onto them. He wasn't really in this battle with them, but it's still potential. DJ, he's out onto mediums then. Mr. Osaka, what's he going to come out on mediums? And Tim, I'm going to guess, has come out on the softs. Yes, so Tim, Osaka, OTBC, and DJ all on the mediums as they are the first forward to pit. So both Motorsport Western, both Can-Ams into pit. So OTBC, he pitted earlier, if you remember, because he had a bit of a strategy. Casey as well. Whoa, there we go. That's not what I want to do. Speaking of Casey, we get back to him. Lee Duncan forces him a bit wide there. And Casey, is he typing a message? I think he might be. Is Lee Duncan definitely pushed him wide. So Casey's also taken both sets of tyres. Lee Duncan, has he pitted yet? Yes, he has. Lee Duncan. So further back, the back markers trying to go early. They've also pitted. So Lee and Casey add them to the list. Mr. Osaka also pit. Oh, actually, got Mr. Osaka on. Anyway, up at the front. Ento, he's into the pits as he was close to red lighting. He's trying to get a bit of an undercut onto JM Devil. Let's see how JM Devil will respond. Let's have a look at his fuel as well. He's definitely going to be able to one-stop this. Dynarod, he's coming down towards the final turn. He's red lighting. It's all being this lap. So he's going to have to be careful of the undercut, taking a nice wide line in. JD, I'm guessing he's going to continue out, as he looks like he may be attempting a one-stop. 8 minutes on a quarter tank is not the best, but here comes everyone into the pits then. Santos, Ento, Brian. Ento's out onto the mediums then. Dino, he's in on mediums. So Ento, he's on mediums. Brian, Santos. Let's see how these are coming. Sebastian Cox also in. Tyres go on. Santos has the most fuel in this group, so he might get a jump onto Dino here. There was a good 2-second lead on them. The rear tyres on that Porsche really bad, as Brian, he underfueled severely, but that might be a strategy in there as we approach the later rounds. So Dino, he's also used 2 sets of tyres. Ento, Brian, Dino now. Santos, he's gone to the mediums. 2 different compounds is the rule. If you don't, you will be catching yourself a penalty. Vaseline Cock, he has as well. So add Vassal to the list. So that is 11 people. If my math serves me correct, which it is, it's just Ruben, Devil and JD, the top 3, the ones that are yet to pit, yet to change tyres, and Devil's losing a lot of time now to Ruben. If he's attempting that one-stop, it's a poor choice of what he's really going for, as he's really losing out on pace. He's now 14 seconds off the back of Ruben, and if Ruben's going for a one-stop, if you both, I mean, I understand going for an alternative strategy if the guy ahead of you is going to go for a different strategy, but the thing is, if you go for a strategy, if the guy ahead of you goes for a strategy, you'll normally do an alternative strategy to try and gain some time on them. But why do it? Look at the tyre difference. Rubens, they look brand new. Devils, they are spent. If punchers were in this game, they would be on the board of getting a puncher, especially his fronts. And he's losing, he's lost a second in the first sector already, which is not good. He really shouldn't be going for these one-stops because the fuel is, he's not making it on fuel. He's got more fuel than Ruben, but pit this lap, I'd say. Try and switch up the strategy. Don't attempt for one-stop when the one-stop won't work. He's JD, he's medium, he's on medium, so he's looking fine, but the fuel management around here, with the amount of straights that they have and flat-out blasts, it's not really ideal, as he's lost another second in another sector. So Devil's losing, what, 3 seconds a lap? Let's look, a 157 to a 154. Yeah, last lap he lost 3 seconds. That's not good. At that point, someone needs to be telling Devil, you're losing 3 seconds, let's get these tyres off, let's gain some time back. So it's going to get to the point where Ruben's going to get a free pit window. Ento net third with a half-second slowdown penalty, and he's going to have a massive undercut on Devil as well. 155 last lap. Devil's letting it run. Ruben into the pit pen. Devil, is he going to respond? He's going to come through turn 16 and now down towards turn 17. But Devil should have pitted the lap after Ento, because Ento has now had a massive undercut, and looks like Devil's going to keep going. Devil will keep going, and now what's the point? Because Ruben's going to get an undercut and gain even more time. Ento's probably jumped you. He's gaining 2-3 seconds a lap on you. It's not a good look. Ruben's out with 71% fuel in his tank, so he's going to go for something as well, like we saw with Brian. But it's not good. JD, he's into the pits third, and as he's going to get his mediums off, let's see what he's going to do. He went 20. His mediums actually went a long way. Is he going to potentially double stint these mediums? No. Fresh tyres go on. Where will JD come out is the big question. Devil into the lead, but he's going to lose so much time. What was Ento's last lap? A 155. Yeah, 155 for Ento. Devil's lost another 2 seconds. 4 seconds in 2 laps. He's going to jump you massively. JD comes out in 8 with a lot of time to gain on the guys ahead, and the fuel. Going to see a lot of different strategies running here. He's not far off the back of Dynarod, and it's just Devil who's yet to pit to use both sets of tyres. So it's getting nice and interesting here then. Just Devil to pit to take both sets of tyres, and I can't see him using another set of mediums there. He's not quicker on them, and that gap's 7 seconds. I mean, the way he's going, in 2 laps, Ruben would catch him, but Devil's going to be in this lap anyway. And why keep going if you're losing 3 seconds a lap? Why go for this strategy if you're going to end up losing 3 seconds a lap after 10 minutes in? Because that's not a good strategy. There should really be more planning there at NDC, because NDC, he keeps going. He keeps going. I'm lost for words. Devil's actually thrown this. What is this strategy? He's gonna lose to Ento here. DJ, he's 30. DJ might catch him. Unless Devil's gonna try and do what Ruben did at Le Mans. But DJ, if DJ gets this message, and someone needs to tell DJ, put your foot down, have a flying lap, because we saw in quali DJ can set 54s. He's on the mediums though, but if someone relays to DJ, he needs to have a solid lap now. He could beat Devil in the pits, unless Devil's going to half tank it and try and go for a funky strategy, as we are approaching the halfway mark. But depending on what Devil's doing, I don't like this strategy. I think he may be throwing second here, which is just not helping them at all in NDC. It's not helping them at all. JD's on the back of Mr. Osaka. Why is Mr. Osaka down in 7th? He started well, but now JD's trying to find his way through on soft. Everyone else on the medium, so now JD's going to try and cut his way through the field on his fresher tyres. Down towards turn 4. Expect the JD looking for a move, and his good friend Mr. Osaka. He's going to have the exit. He's got the tyres. Bit twitchy. That DBR9, that Aston Martin's very good in a straight line. It's pulling away from that Mazda, so JD's not going to be able to look for a move now. Dynarod's up in 6th as he chases terrible Tim. Tim again into 5th now from starting down in no man's land. He was down 8th or 9th, I believe, at the start. He's definitely got himself in a solid running position though, Tim. Tim seems to have the strategy now down, getting the mediums off in the first stint. Looks like he's having a bit of a slow one, but now he comes through and he's going to mince everyone. And Devil's ran out of fuel. Yeah, there goes the fuel as he comes just into the pits, and Ruben's 3 seconds behind. Now, when Ruben pitted, the gap was 17 seconds. I think it was 17 seconds. What's the gap going to be when he comes up? Look at the tyres are spent. He lost He ran out of fuel on the end. I don't quite understand that. I don't know why he's doing that. Ento's someone we need to be looking out for. Ento's going to jump him. Ento's not only going to jump him, he's going to jump him massively. DJ, he's coming around the final turn. DJ won't jump him. It's going to be close. If Devil refuels, I will cry. If it's a full tanks it, he's one stopping. Dear Lord, he's one stopping. He lost 15 seconds. That pitch strategy cost him 15 seconds. And then, if he is one stopping and Ruben is two stopping, which it looks likely, oh, it's going to be a close one. But if he's losing 3 seconds a lap when it gets into that point where the tyres start fading off and Ruben's tyres are that well managed, a Devil can't go flying and close the gap down now. DJ's only 3 seconds off the back here. Oh god. It's going to be a worldie. I mean, if Ruben is now going for a one stop, the two stop is ideal, and looking at the fuel, it is going to be ideal for Delve to go for that. But I don't think Ruben's going to spend 30 seconds in the pits, and even if he does, the fresher rubber, put it this way, Ruben's going to be on fresh softs at the end, and Delve's going to be on worn mediums. And looking at the state of his mediums at the end of that, and looking at the state of Ruben's softs, I know where I'm putting my money on. Ooh, DJ could potentially jump Devil, because DJ's laps were faster than Devil's previous laps before he pitted as well. So DJ has the pace, and DJ will be going on to soft, so Devil could have a full right downfield, and people, we've seen it in the chat, people are like, oh, I hate Maggiore, it's a terrible circuit. I mean, there was a certain person who did it at Fuji. If you make a driving error, or you make a strategy error, that's not the track's fault, that's your fault. Santos, there's the first DNF, he was running quite well. That's so sad to see him gone. Casey's in 11th, and that will promote Lee to 13th. Mr. Amazing Pace is nearly a lap down. Actually, he's a lap down. There's Ruben. Ruben is a monster when it comes to fuel saving and tyres. Ruben's a monster. Devil on a one lap. If there was no strategy in it, and it was just you use your softs flat out, Devil's an aggressive driver. When it comes to battling, I think Devil has him on the side of overtaking. Ruben's defending's very good, but Ruben, he's a passive driver. We don't really see him going for overtakes. Ruben does his overtaking in the pits. He uses strategy to do it. We don't see any head-to-headers. We had like a 5-lap shootout of them. No, just they put them on softs. No fuel, no tyre degradation, just drive your heart out. I put my money on Devil. But then again, with the way Ruben drives, with the fuel saving and his tyre management's amazing. You saw his softs, they looked 10 minutes old. They were 25 minutes old. He absolutely carried them, and he could have double stinted those softs. They were that good. That's just Ruben for you. And maybe if it comes down straight line speed, Ruben would give it a good go. I'm not saying that Ruben's a slow driver. Ruben's definitely not a slow driver. Ruben's quick. We see it in qualifying. He definitely can put an amazing lap. He's got a fastest lap, a 1:53.7. But if they don't have to worry about strategy and just went flat out, my money would be on Devil. But again, when it comes to, there's still a bit of strategy in overtaking, especially in a 5-lapper head-to-head. Where do you pounce? Where do you do this? Be a close one. OTBC getting out of his way then for the leader. So, halfway through the race then. Or over halfway by a fair amount. Ruben leads from Ento. SVU looking for their first double podium, I believe, since they fully joined the team standings. DJ is actually closing up to Devil. I think that's a bit of a mistake out of turn 2. No, he is gaining time. So, Devil, he's in third of 2. He's going to have to be very conservative. DJ in fourth, and his GTEL debut filling in for online Cruiser. Tim's having another incredible drive starting near the back end of the grid. Brian will get to him soon, but down back end of the grid. Starting back end of the grid after having a nice strategy in the first stint, which is what we saw at Suzuka, which got Tim the podium. Tim is now running in 5th. Dynarod 6th. hoping to score some points after a 2-race hiatus when it comes to points. I think he missed Suzuka, and Fuji was a terrible race for him, well outside the points. Mr. Osaka in 7th, he had a brilliant qualifying, both Motorsport West did. JD, after looking like he's on some alternative strategy, he's got himself into it. Ken O'Brien, 9th for 1.3 second penalty. Vasmancock, this is the highest he's ran all race in 10th. Casey, still searching for his first points this season. Last season he was searching for his first podium. Now it's looking like it's not a podium he's trying to fight for. He's fighting for points. Struggling for points. OTBC did an amazing run out with Suzuka last week. I think he got 6th in the end. Now down in 12th. And Lee Duncan rounds out the back of the grid with the only DNF so far being Santos. Back to the front then. 2 seconds, under 2 seconds of the gap between Devil and DJ. So Devil's definitely fuel saving. Devil's definitely going for a 1-stop. But if Devil finds himself getting overtaken by DJ because of the way the strategy works, yeah, that's massive points losing compared to what it looks like. Instead of it being damage limitation, it's just because when you're not winning, it's just try and limit the damage you take. As there's a bit of a battle coming down towards turn 1. Brian's into the pits then for his second stop very early. He only took 60% fuel. He went very early on fuel, but now it's 25 laps or 25 minutes or 24 minutes. Interesting for the Estonian. I'm unsure. I'm unsure. Devil's tyres come the end of this can be absolutely spent, and DJ needs to get his foot down, get past Devil. Someone needs to tell DJ, Devil's on a completely different strategy, get your foot down, get past him and bridge a gap. A 10-second gap, comes into the pits, yada yada yada, Bob's your uncle, but DJ's going to be pitting within the next lap, and Brian's opened the pit window, going for an undercut as he's drifting through turn 4. Casey's eyeing up what's probably his second on-track overtake. OTBC's into the pits as he almost ran out of fuel. OTBC actually had a nice long stint. OTBC, remember, he had engine damage in the first 5 minutes, had to pit early, and he's taken those softs a long way. So the number 22, Can-Am cars, beautiful livery. Fuel into that car as he will continue. Ruben as well, expect him to pit sometime in this pit window as well, maybe at the 15-minute mark, but around about 17-18 minutes for Ruben then. Brian hoping to get a bit of an undercut as he was the first to break. OTBC as well. Now the exit battle ahead, let's try and find where it is. OTBC is going to come out in 13th. There's actually a nice little train here at the front where it consists of Dino Rod, Dino Rod, Tim, and there's some cars that are coming up to lap then. So the Irishman currently running in 6th, Tim's running in 5th, and stuff can still happen in the pits. Dino Rod can actually go a long way. Tim might be able to feed off of his teammate here as OTBC's not far up ahead. He can get a bit of fuel saving and get a bit of a tow, try and help himself defend from Dino, as Dino's look to racy all race. The OTBC's want to hold his teammate up though, or I'm sure their boss Deuteron will have some strong words for them. Tim losing his rear a bit as they now start coming up towards turn 11. Tim is going to have the straight line speed, and maybe OTBC with the blue flags waving will get out the way just before the turn. Or maybe he tries slowing Dino down a bit. Be a bit annoying, cause some problems, hold him up a bit. So far looking like OTBC's actually got some solid pace, and he's able to keep up with Tim and help Tim out here. As long as it doesn't hold him up, but it seems like so far it may actually be backing him up a bit to Dino, because Dino was actually gaining. Especially coming through turn 14 and 15 here, it's really not what you want to happen of them being backed up. So, who's also going to break? We're going to see an early pit stop. Dino already's got a 7/10 penalty. that he's got to focus about getting rid of. But last time we checked, Dino's actually got the advantage in fuel. They continue on, but Dino's very close to the back of Tim as we come down towards turn 1. Corvette not very good in a straight line, but neither is the Nissan. Dino pulls to the inside line as we come down towards turn 1. Very late onto the brakes, going to go deep, tries to do what Devil is going to have the inside line into turn 2, but he gets so deep, he gets onto the grass, and Tim will gladly take that position back, because Dino coming through turn 3, a bit shaky. You can see on the bottom right of the track map, goes off track with there. That's typical though, going through turn 3, maximising track width to come through turn 4, and Dino's now going to have a bit of a drag race, as going to see who's got the better exit. Dino has it. Dino's now pulling his way, and he's going to be firmly ahead as we come in towards turn 5. Is Tim going to try and fight it back? No. Tim will gladly secede that position, and maybe just sits in the slipstream and does a bit of fuel saving. There's a Ruben strategy, and Dino, he got a massive amount off his penalty there when he went wide at turn 1, I believe that he's got that from. So that's very nice there by Dino Rod, I must say. 6/10 off in one mistake, making the most of a bad situation. Dino and Tim, both people that started on the medium, so they actually had solid opening stints on the medium, especially Dino, who was fighting in the midfield whilst on the mediums. Now he's got himself into clean air whilst everyone's on the softs. Ruben has had time to put a message in the chat. Ento eyes up the pit lane then as he's in for his final stop. He's actually managed those mediums quite well as he bridged over the 30 metre mark. So then, Ento into the pits. Devil. How will Devil respond? Devil, one stopping. DJ, he's also into the pits as he runs out of fuel. Is this going to see a bit of a train come in? Dino, Tim's into the pit, so Tim's looking to get an undercut on Dino and get past him. Dino will be in this lap as his fuel is most likely to red light. JD, he will be in within the next lap as well. JD looked like he went for a one-stop, went early on those mediums, and JD's one that has some good strategies in his bag. He's a smart guy. So don't have to worry about what tyres everyone comes out on. Everyone's going to be on the softs because everyone, unless people want to go for the mediums, obviously, but Tim's going to probably be the biggest gainer. I think that was DJ. DJ did fully fuel. Tim had more fuel going in. Tim took less fuel as they are under the 20-minute mark, so they don't have to fully refuel. Someone didn't tell DJ that, but Tim now could be fighting for 4th and potentially even 3rd depending on how this goes. Wouldn't it be wonderful? Back-to-back podiums for Tim. He's got 2 podiums in his GTEL career, more than Casey can say. And Casey, well, it's such a shame to see such a nice guy that last season did really well and came so bitterly close. He had multiple 4th places, and it came a bit of a joke. When's he going to get his first podium? And the joke's come a bit sad now. It's going to be when's he going to be his first point. Ruben into the pits then. Said about 17-18 minutes. Gets smack bang in the middle. 17:30. Ruben into the pits. Here we go then. You see the SVV boys in their black and green overalls running out to service. I'm not going to attempt to say SVV's name because I'm not that guy. Devil, 39 seconds off the back of Ruben. Is he coming through turn 16? He won't get the jump on him, but Dino running in. Dino's actually really close to the back of Devil. Dino will be in this lap, but that's a scary thought. I mean, in the final 15 or so minutes, the final quarter of the race, if the pace is there, what lap times? 1:55, so far they were setting solid lap times whilst he's fuel saving and managing his tyres. Into pits then comes Dino Rod. Will this be backed up by a JD pit stop? I think it will. Yes, he's eyeing up the pit lane. In he comes then. Ento will go past DJ. This is the man we're really need to be watching out for and seeing where they come out. 2 seconds gap between DJ and Tim. And this might be a classic end to a race, but every time I say that, doesn't really happen. DJ through turn 17 then. JD can gain some time here on Dino Rod. 4% extra fuel, it's not much, but it's something. DJ's come through into 4th. Tim, he's gone through as well. Tim, the undercut, successful as he goes through on Dino. How much fuel did Dino take into the pits? Almost full tanked it. Dino, why do you do that? Full tanking it. Cost him. You really don't want to full tank it. That can cause some major problems. I mean, it's not major, but it's more time in the pit lane. You needed your quarter tank. Sorry, not a quarter, 3/4 of a tank. Would have done him fine. That 3/4 of a tank would have put him ahead of Tim, but now he's finding himself behind Tim, and he might be kicking himself at the end of that. Maybe those flashbacks to Le Mans didn't put any fuel in his car. Now he's put too much fuel. But Tim's going to try and close down the gap to DJ then and try and battle for 4th place. Be 2 solid outings. Tim is now starting to find his footing in this series. So, DJ, 2 seconds to Tim then. JD's got himself into 7th now. It's actually where he started, I believe. Came up Brian into the points. As he was actually the first to pit. Excuse me, Mr. Osaka also into the pits. Or also has pitted, but Brian then, early pit stop, went for the undercut. Looking at his fuel, let's see, will his fuel make it? It's going to be a close one, but if Brian has a bit of fuel saving, he's also got about 2-second penalties he's got to worry about getting rid of as well, though. But it's been a valiant effort from Brian. He started 9th, and if he can scraggle a point from here, it'll be a solid drive in my opinion, if the Estonian can snag a point from this. Tim as well, though, brilliant, driver of the day material again. Dino going very wide, maximising the track down. It's getting a bit of dirt on his tyres, getting a bit dirty, but solid. Tim and Dino can both see DJ on the sides, they both know he's there. But the question is, 16 seconds is the gap between Devil and Ento. Ento should know that Devil's fuel saving. Devil's going for a 1-stop. He's going to be fuel saving. His tyres are holding out. He's setting solid laps. He's dipped into the 156s. But Ento's going to have to 2 seconds each lap. There's about 7 laps in. He's going to have to gain 2 seconds a lap and come to the end of it. That's going to be about 3 seconds a lap he's going to be gaining. So it is possible, but Ento's got to be immaculate for the rest of this race. And it is possible. Personal best second sector then. So Ento is putting his foot down. He is not slouching. DJ is going to have a miracle now, it seems, to catch up. But 3rd place, 2nd place is not secure here for Devil. By no means. But his twice he's gone for the 1-stop. 2 races in a row, Devil's gone for the 1-stop. 2 races in a row, it's looking like he's not going to get a win. So maybe next time out at Nürburgring he tries something else. Maybe he has to try a bit of a different game plan. Tim going to be under pressure from Dino, who's setting some nice sector times. He's also going PB, as they are now all starting to get the rhythm on a 153.7 last lap for Dino. It's a solid outlap from him, I must say, as he comes down towards the line. If he's got that sort of pace again, and the slipstream as well from Tim, let's see. This will be a personal best lap, but whereabouts will it be? Took him to slipstream up towards the line, 154.4, so 5th definitely isn't secure for Tim. DJ's in that region as well if he makes a mistake, which is possible. Down at places like turn 5, that's a very easy place to make a mistake. Turn 1 into turn 2, also a nice place to make a mistake. But no mistakes really that nice. Dino's so far a master at getting rid of penalties, and someone said Ruben more fast. Ruben can't get more fast. Don't you know who Ruben is? Last lap, 153.1. You can't get more fast. Ruben is the definition of fast. You go in a dictionary right now, it will say, if you search up fast, the dictionary definition of fast is Ruben. That's it. That's the definition. Anyway, enough of definitions, and back to the race. Tim, going to be under pressure. Dino rod, the Corvette, not got the best straight line speed, but neither is Vanessa. And tugged into the slipstream down towards turn 11. Dino's not going to be close enough as we dip downhill. Ruben less fast, please, yes. Ruben, oh, Tim, bit shaky on exit, fishtailing a bit there, but not severely enough where Dino will be able to capitalise on it. Very close to the back from down towards turn 14. This is an unconventional overtaking spot, but it's still a potential one. Timbo lighting up the sector times. Tim's giving Dino a bit of space. Dino down the inside is going to try and get the move done. Very clean racing there by Tim and Dino. Brilliant move there by Dino towards turn 14. Let's get a replay of that. That's not who we want a replay of. On board with them. There's a bit of contact, but not much. Dino has the inside line. Tim gives him the space. Down towards turn 1 then. Tim's not going to be close enough to be able to respond to it, but so far, so good then. By the Irishman and the Canadian. Clean racing as we enter the final 10 minutes. Ruben leads from Devil. Devil, the only person one-stopping today. 13 seconds is the gap between Devil and Ento. Second place is not secure at all. Devil is being hunted down by Ento, who's taking, let's check, his last lap, 2 seconds out of him. And as that goes down, if it was on a soft tyre, it would be absolutely minced. Because the gap was 3 seconds a lap. And 5 laps, if he takes 2.5 seconds out of him in 5 laps, well, you do the math. Ento will have him, come the end, Ento will have him the fresher tyres as well. My money's on Ento having second there. If Ento can catch if Ento can catch Devil, which I can almost guarantee happens, Devil won't have the tyre wear to put up a fight. DJ's in 4th on his debut, having a brilliant outing for Motorsport West. This might actually be Motorsport West's best finish of the season, I must say. Dino, he's in 5th as well, after just getting past Tim last lap. His last lap was a personal best for him. Everyone really coming to life in these final 13 minutes since the final pit stop anyway. So past 17 minutes, or the final 17 minutes, sorry, everyone's seemingly coming into life with their speed, as Dino's trying to chase down his best result of the season after he finished 6th. No, 5th is his best result of the season, which is where he finished in Bathurst. 38 people watching. My God, smashed record. I love you all. You lot are amazing. Improves again then. Does Dino, as he's really flying now, as he's trying to bridge a gap to Tim. And Dino, he actually smells 4th. What's the penalty for DJ? DJ's 3/10 penalty. Dino trying to close him down. He's not far off either as the Irishman. He's only, what? He's 2.5 seconds off the pace here. Open English. I don't understand. I barely understand my own language. Anyway, 7 minutes to go, or just under 8 minutes, sorry. Dino trying to close down the gap to DJ. It's going to be a close one. Dino, though, he smells it. You can see. Let's see what second time it's going to be for him up towards the checkpoint. He is absolutely lighting up. Only 400ths off his fastest lap. This man is on fire. He wants this podium. He wants this 4th place. But so does this man. He's also lighting up the timing screens as well with his lap times. But this man is also lighting up the timing screens because his best result in GTEL, it finishes 3rd, he's got it. But if he finishes 2nd, that's going to be an even bigger record for him. He's trying to make it the first ever 1-2 for SVV, first ever 1-2 for a team in Division 1. We've had it with Can-Am multiple times last season in Division 2. Ento, fastest lap for him, personal best lap for him. Ruben, a 1:52.9. That's the fastest lap if you want to see one by Ruben. Only Mamba Strike set a sub 1:53 lap time, and well, anything sub 1:53 is world record pace. And he's gone fast. He's going faster. Ruben, you are a gem to this world. Through turn 11 he comes then. He's still powering on. It's a beautiful exit. Look at the way he maximises the track width. This man is the definition of perfect. I can say that because commentator's curse doesn't affect this man. He's up again. He is up again. He's improving. This man's the definition of perfect. I've seen one mistake from him. In the what, 10 races he's done here now in GTEL, he's never once made a mistake. He's won everything. He's put on pole most of the time. This man is lightning quick. It's rare you'll make a mistake. You'll see a mistake out of this man. This man is flying up towards the line. What's it gonna be? It's just magical. A 152.7. This man, absolutely magical. SVV Ruben, you are magical. Don't take away from Devil. Devil's magical. Won the championship last season. He is a quick driver, but my God, Ruben makes everyone look like a Div 3 driver. No offense to Div 3, but Ruben's just that quick. SVV Ento. He's also having a fly. The gap's now under 7 seconds with 5 minutes to go. It's going to be a close one. It's going to be an exciting one. Another gap that's closing down. Under 2 seconds. Approaching 1.5 seconds between Dino and DJ. That's getting close as well. Let's quickly actually search up what the world record is. Dino, right, he's nearly in slipstream range as well. Oh, hello. Put it this way. Lewis Hamilton set a 155.4. The world record at Maggiore, a 152.4. Ruben has set a 152.7. Ruben's 3/10 off the world record at this track. My God. What was Mamba's quali lap? It's a 152.4. Have we actually... Ooh, someone quickly try and find what Mamba Strike's pole lap yesterday was, because I think that was quicker than Ruben's fastest lap. But world record lap here, my God, Ruben, you are a sexy boy. I mean, 153.6 is the second of his personal best, and that's still a blistering lap. A 52.9, oh, that is quick. If he can find, he can pit again. He's got a buffer, he can pit again. Please someone tell Ruben, pit again and set the world record. Actually, I don't think he will have enough time. Oh. This man can break the world record at Maggiore. That would, I would be honoured to commentate the world record here. Ruben continues though. Three minutes to go. The gap's now 6 seconds. Devil. Ento's actually going to have a bit of traffic to cut through as well. I think I put my money on Ento. With 2 laps to go. Never mind. I'm going to take back what I was just about to say. Devil's red lighting him. Devil may run out of fuel. What's the gap? It's DJ. Devil should pit. Devil shouldn't risk it. Devil should not risk it. Devil should pick. If Devil accidentally runs out of fuel like he did last stint, DJ is going to catch him. Dino will catch him. Speaking of the Devil, down at turn 5. Dino's going to get through into 4th he goes then. No, he's not. The top speed of that Aston Martin's going to really carry him through as they come through turn 6. Dino's going to be following DJ then. Watch up towards turn 11. This Corvette's really not good at overtaking. It's a nice wide line though through turn 8. Up turn 9 and 10 then. Here we go down towards turn 11. The Aston Martin's got brilliant straight line speed, but the Corvette in the slipstream. Oh, how close is it going to be? I don't think Don's going to be close enough, but watch coming through the technical section of Sector 4, Sector 2 and Sector 4. Here we go then. Dino as we come up towards turn 12 and 13. 30 laps we've got so far. The battle for 4th is going to rage on. Devil, is he going to pit? Look how minuscule his fuel is. Is he going to keep going? Keeps going. 3.5 seconds. Last lap then. Last lap. Kimi last lap. All or nothing. Ruben might actually have another lap in him. No, he won't. Ento's got to have a flyer. DJ, he's going to have a flyer as well. He's under pressure from Dino. Down towards turn 1 we go then. Through turn 17. On to their last lap of the race. Tim's also behind. Dino's already pulling out then. DJ covers the inside line. Moves across again. Dino tries to go around the outside. A bit of contact. Very close to the edge. Dino's not going to be able to go deep into turn like did onto Tim. And he's going to have to hold on. Turn 5, or turn 4 if he's ballsy. Turn 5 though, the real is the next real overtaking opportunities where we saw the last time we came close. Quick check in here. Ento, 2.5 seconds back. Gap, we're going to have a nice classic end to this race here. We broke record viewership. We've nearly broken world record lap times. Dino down towards turn 5, tucked right into the back then of DJ. When's he going to pull out? It's going to be late. No, he's going to just hold on to it. Dino, it's going to be bitterly close. Devil, how's this fuel looking? Devil's going to be bitterly close on the edge here. Roti Beast all over him. I think Casey's got past him. Casey, the back marker. There's Ento into the background. Ento's under a second, and Ento's going to be took right to the slipstream. And he's going to eat into this like DRS. If you watch Portimao today, it's going to be like that. Ento will have him, and no doubt about it. Devil, if he runs out of fuel, it's going to be a close one. Oh, I thought he ran out of fuel then. He's running very low, and Ento's just going to try and go through. He doesn't going to cover the inside line, and Devil just goes. There's almost a bit of contact, but Ento's through. Through at turn 12. Dynorod's through as well on DJ at turn 11. Dynorod is through then. It's now to this man. If he can manage his fuel, he's almost out. He's got 3 turns to go though. Through turn 16 he comes. Devil's going to hold on. Ruben's got 1 more lap in him. Okay, Ruben, just to flex. Through the final turn then, Ento will take the checkered flag. Devil's out of fuel. Devil's going to crawl towards the line. But Ento will take second. Devil will crawl just about into third. Poor strategy on the day. Dynorod will take his best result of the season. It comes down towards the line. 4th for Dynorod. Best result of the season for the Irishman. Solid points there for the Irishman. And DJ just about gets rid of his penalties. Tim almost had him at the line as well. JD, he finishes 7th. Solid result from him. Brian, 9th, and Mr. Osaka will take the final points. A solid result for Brian as well. Didn't quite get the points he needed. But in the end, it was a good run for him, and Ruben's just got a bit of a joyride as he's almost out of fuel as well. What a man this guy, what a talent this guy is. This guy, absolutely electric. A 152.7 fastest lap. This is the quality of Ruben. Look at his softs. Those softs went 18 minutes. If you go back, his softs for... Softs that went 25 minutes. This guy's softs went 25 minutes and they looked fresh out of the pit. And he comes out, sets a 152.7. This man is electric. Round the final turn, he has ran out of fuel, but he's had a victory lap. SVV Ruben, what a talent this man is. 4 from 4 then here in Division 1. Across the line he comes to win round 4 at Maggiore. What a man. Congratulations, Ruben. Ento then, he takes second. His best result in GTEL, taking his first ever podium. Devil, not a result he would really want. Ruben takes all 18 points. Devil down in third after a poor strategy. Dynarod, his best result of the season with a 4th position. And DJ on debut, 5th place. Tim, another solid result from him in 6th. JD and Mr. Osaka. Mr. Osaka after a good qualifying. The Motorsport West race pace showing and being a bit lackluster. JD and Mr. Osaka will take the final points. Brian, so bitterly close for points for BNR. Can't quite get it done. Vassenkok improves on his qualifying. Still leaves a lot to desire. OTBC and Casey, they're still... Actually, OTBC's got his first points, but Casey and Lee Duncan still chasing their first points. And Santos the only retirement. But what a race for Ruben. Absolutely dominant. Congratulations to him. Congratulations to Ent on his first podium. And congratulations to SVV for their first 1-2. And the first ever 1-2 in Division 1 here at GTL. I've been Inan. Thank you all for watching. And I will see you all next week. Friday, 8 PM, Division 3 at Nürburgring.